Hello learners, hope you all are doing good. Today in this tutorial we are going to write some queries on order by and group by clause. So before directly jumping to the SQL queries, I would like to discuss the order of execution of a query. So this is the order in which one SQL query is executed in the DB when we submit it. So it starts with the from clause, which will execute the conditions of tables and the joins, and it will fetch the data from the specific table, and then we are applying condition with the help of where, and with the group by clause we are grouping the data of same values of the multiple rows, and then we are applying having clause which is also worked as a condition on the result set, and then we are with the help of select clause we are um, finding some particular data, and lastly we are using order by to sort the data. So now let's move to write some SQL queries, and we will understand how this execution works. If we do not write in the order of this execution, we will get the wrong result sets. So let's start with the first query. So our first query is fetch department-wide salary from employee table, order by salary using different aggregate functions. So what is aggregate function? So aggregate function in SQL are like sum to get the sum, to get the average amount, to get the minimum amount, to get the maximum amount, to get the count. So these are the aggregate function which will be used to get the records or details, you can say. So firstly, let's suppose you want to get the department wise total salary. So I'm writing this total salary from employee table order by salary using different aggregator functions. So just I'm reviewing this. So let's write the first query. So how can we write the query for this query? Okay. So first start with select department. So it is asking about total salary, right? So we are using aggregator function which is sum and salary, and we can give an alias name as total salary from EMP group by department, and let's suppose you want to filter the data with uh, total salary, so we can use order by total salary. Okay, so let's run this query. So here we can see we are getting the department and total salary from employee table with the help of group by and order by. So for this query, how order of execution works. So firstly from clause work, so it is getting data from the EMP table. Then since we are using group and order, so we are not using here where clause, so we can skip it. And then group by clause is getting the departments, so retail, finance and banking, and then select clause is working. So here department and the sum of salary, which is total salary, is getting fetched, and then we are filtering the data with the total salary. So we can see the order of data is in ascending order. So let's suppose you want to get the data in descending order, so we can just write the descending. Okay, and let's run this. So see, it's in the descending order. So this is how it works. Okay, so now let's suppose you want to get the average salary. So how could you write for the average salary? So we just need to change some values. So mm, for replace the uh, sum with average function, and you can also change the alias name with average. So it's upon you, whatever you want to write the alias name you can write and see. So I will pin all the result set of different aggregators so you can compare, like what are the results we are getting with the different aggregators. So see, this is the average salary of banking, finance, and retail. Okay, so I'm pinning this result set. Now let's suppose you want to get the minimum salary. Okay, so how can you fetch this? So it's similar to the above queries only. We just need to replace the AVG average function with minimum salary, and just need to change the minimum salary alias name, and accordingly we need to change. So let's run this salary. So here you can see the retail, banking, and finance is having minimum salary as this. So retail is having 65,000, banking and finance is having 60,000. In same manner we can write the maximum. For maximum we just need to replace the maximum and change the alias name. So you can see. So let me pin this result and run the query. So here you can see I have got the maximum salary of banking, finance, and retail. Okay, so we have covered some, average, minimum, maximum, and now we will also use the count with the another query. Okay, so let's find the another query. So we have one query where we are trying to get the head count of each department employee. So each department head count. So how can we write for the query for this? So let's write select department ID count employee ID from EMP group by department ID. So this query will give the head count. Okay, so let's run this query and see. So we are getting the department IDs 2, 3, and 6. So the count of employees uh, 4, 2, 2. So department ID 2. So department ID 2 is having the department as banking. So we can write the same query in another method. So select department comma, we can just copy paste this query here, time, and we can just place the column name. So here we can get the data easily. So see, in the banking department there are 4 employees, in the finance department there are 2 employees, and retail there are 2 employees. So this is the head count of different departments. Okay, now let's move to the next query. Okay, so fetch the let me comment this. So fetch department number of employees in a department, total salary with respect to a department from employee table, order by total salary in descending order. So how can we write this? So select department number of employees we need, right? So we need to count the employee. So I am counting the employee ID, which will give us the total number of employee. So count employee. Now we want to get the total salary also. So total salary, and I will give one alias name as total salary from EMP group by department, order by total salary. So let's execute this query. So here we are getting the department, we are getting the count of employees and the total salary of the department. So this is done. Let's move to the next important question. So this is the important question. Let's try to uh, explore this question and see how can we write the query for this statement. So here we need to find the fetch department total salary with respect to a department from employee table where total salary is greater than 80,000, order by total salary descending. So here we are getting one condition that the total salary should be greater than 80,000. Okay, so I just want to change one value which will help us to get the more concrete data. So greater than 1,40,000 uh, by total. So how could we write the mm, query for this statement? So we can write select department comma some salary, and we can give the alias name as total salary from EMP group by department having. So we need to have the total salary greater than 1,40,000, right? So should I write directly the alias name total salary greater than 40,000, 1,40,000, order by total salary. So I will suggest just pause the video and just see this solution. Check whether the solution is correct or not. Like we are trying to get the department total salary from employee, and we are grouping the data with the department, and then we are applying on condition with the total salary. So can you please think like should we pass this total salary or whether this query is correct or not? Just check. Okay, so for now I am just running the query and it will fail. So let's run this query. So see, we are getting invalid identifier. So why we are getting this uh, invalid identifier? Because the order of execution is like from where group by having select and order. Okay, so having clause is before select clause, and we are giving the alias name is under the select clause, and total salary is under the select clause, right? So it is not present for having. So how can we write this? How can we correct this? So we need to pass the sum of salary, which is basically the total salary. So see, if we do not provide the data in the correct order, it will fail. So just need to this, and now let's run this query and we can get the details as per expectation. So see, there is one department which is banking, which salary is greater than 1,40,000, which is 3 lakhs. So this is how we need to run and write the query. Like we need to follow the order of execution, else we will get the wrong results. Okay, so keep practicing all these questions. Like how much you practice, you will get more command on this. So for this session, uh, thank you from my side. Please share, subscribe, and comment on our video. Thank you, learners.